Hi, I'm Francesca Garcia. I'm the Education Librarian for Kansas City Public Library. I've chosen to read from Anne Frank, The Diary of a Young Girl, where it actually tells the story of Anne Frank through her own words what it was like to be Jewish during the Holocaust. And I consider this very important. I am also Jewish and the granddaughter of Holocaust survivors. Sunday, July 5th, 1942. Dear Kitty, the graduation ceremony in the Jewish theater on Friday went just as expected. My report card wasn't too bad. I got 1 D, a C- in algebra, and all the rest B's except for 2 B pluses and 2 B minuses. My parents are pleased, but they're not like other parents when it comes to grades. They never worry about report cards, good or bad. As long as I'm healthy and happy and don't talk back too much, they're satisfied. If all these things are all right, everything else will take care of itself. I'm just the opposite. I don't want to be a poor student. I was accepted to the Jewish Lyceum on a conditional basis. I was supposed to stay in the 7th grade at the Montessori school, but when Jewish children were required to go to Jewish schools, Mr. Elty finally agreed, after a great deal of persuasion, to accept Lise Gossler and me. Lise also passed this year, though she has to repeat her geometry exam. Poor Lise. It isn't easy for her to study at home. Her baby sister, a spoiled little 2-year-old, plays in her room all day. If Gabi doesn't get her way, she starts screaming, and if Lise doesn't look after her, Mrs. Gossler starts screaming. So Lise has a hard time doing her homework, and as long as that's the case, the tutoring she's been getting won't help much. The Gossler household is really a sight. Mrs. Gossler's parents live next door, but eat with the family. Then there's a hired girl, the baby, the always absent-minded and absent Mr. Gossler, and the always nervous and irritable Mrs. Gossler, who's expecting another baby. Lise, who's all thumbs, gets lost in the mayhem. My sister Margot also got her report card. Brilliant, as usual. If we had such a thing as cum laude, she would have passed with honors. She's so smart. Father's been home a lot lately. There's nothing for him to do at the office. It must be awful to feel like you're not needed. Mr. Kleiman has taken over Apketka, and Mr. Kugler, Gießen Company, the company dealing in spices and spice substitutes that was set up in 1941. Now, a few days ago, as we were taking a stroll around our neighborhood square, Father began to talk about going into hiding. He said it would be very hard for us to live cut off from the rest of the world. I asked him why he was bringing this up now. Well, Anne, he replied, you know that for more than a year we've been bringing clothes, food, and furniture to other people. We don't want our belongings to be seized by the Germans, nor do we want to fall into their clutches ourselves. So we'll leave of our own accord and not wait to be hauled away. But when, Father? He sounded so serious I felt scared. Don't you worry. We'll take care of everything. Just enjoy your carefree life while you can. That was it. Or may these somber words not come true for as long as possible. The doorbell's ringing. Hello's here. Time to stop. Yours, Anne.